I don't know if anyone is really petitioning for Slark buffs.
Yeah, and he also just, I feel like the items that are good kind of dictate which cores can
Exactly.
So the prominence of Atos, as an example, made Viper Razor real heroes.
Yeah.
So suddenly they could get something that gives them an active ability. They have no catch, right? But now they do. And you have tons of stats.
The melee SNY patch as well, same thing.
It's like Ursa's nowadays. You don't need to buy the blinks. You can go this drums, bash, or whatever. Slark, it doesn't really matter what changes. You really need a Shadow Blade, or you need like a Midas into blink, neither of which feel very good right now. You're not a hero that can ever just go stat items like, oh, I'll buy drums diffusal and fight early. Like that's not Slark.
That's not how it works.
No.
Okay, so Tide getting banned out. Obviously not a hero that Keen would be considering at all. So the Beastmaster is still in the pool, but Keen opting not to ban it. Why do you think they banned like the Tide over the...
Earth Spirit and Darks are kind of own beast. It's a very tough game for you. It might still be pickable just because you have the synergy, and I think whenever you have Hawks with Disruptor synergy, it's really nice just to... There's other heroes that provide it, so you need to have both in an ideal draft. The Tusk is interesting. It's really strong kill potential support, but they're going to probably be looked to have him roam, and it's nice against Darks here specifically because the Surge away doesn't really help so much, especially around
if the ramp gets blocked or something. Yeah, that's exactly. It's super scary. And I mean, also, well, I guess not so much these days. You can still provide a little bit of vision, but not to the same extent as when you still had Sigil.
Yeah. Makes PL look kind of nice for Keen. A Terrorblade as well could be really, really strong. Yeah. As a fourth pick, I think. You can go with your offlaner here. Well, sorry, not your offlaner, your 5 position.
Yeah, your 5.
And is Wyvern available? It is.
There's still plenty of good 5s in this spot. I think they could even, given that Earth Spirit can kind of play out.
Hero, yeah,
you called it.
It's because of the Ice Path, right? We talked about it.
The Ice Path backing, it's too easy.
It's not great against the Jug, theoretically, but it's super good against Tusk, because if you can kind of suss out where his snowball's going and you drop Ice Path down, boom.
Yeah, and just strong laning hero as well. So if Keen want to keep the options open to be just we talked about it. We wanted to see really strong laning on both sides of this game, but when you have a game like that where both teams are just kind of all on the early game, if you can be the team that all of a sudden escalates and you're like, oh no, we have more team fight or we have more late game, that can be a really big advantage. So if you can like sneak a Spectre into a lineup in a situation where it's not expected, that can win you the game.
I agree. I just think that goes against the concept of what's one game so far.
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's
not
just
what this
too
series
slow,
is.
Yeah. And I like, so far you can see both teams kind of recognizing, all right, enough of this. Super active lineups.
Yeah.
Tons of damage, strong lanes. LC specifically does not fear either support too much.
It's a cool Terrorblade deterrent as well, right? It pushes them away from that TP idea, and now all of a sudden Keen are just like, okay, instead we're going to get the stable carry, and mid lane is potentially going to be more of our game winner.
You've got to ban OD now if you're Keen Gaming. That is not a hero you can allow to slip through in this stage, especially against an LC. It's just, a BKB on OD just terrifies me looking at Keen. If you're the Pango, you're not sure what role this troll is going to be in.
Keen's hard lockdown is also kind of bad, to be honest. Like they got a silence and an ice path.
Yeah, Pango actually banned the OD. Maybe they were expecting perhaps a block pick. It is decent in both sides. If you have any sort of hard save mechanic against the duel, you just neutralize LC as a hero concept entirely.
And it's like the only core that really does it, right? All of the other hard saving heroes are pretty much supports.
Yep. I think Death Prophet's a possibility here. It's just, you want a stable hero for Keen. I prefer a mid hero and just let Troll play bottom. You could do something weird and go like Necro? I don't know. You got options.
Yeah.
How do they both measure up so far in terms of lanes? That's what we were focusing on, wasn't it?
Pretty even, I'd say.
I like I think I like Keen just a little bit more, but mostly just because I think the Disruptor can end up looking a little bit weak in lane, and they've got the Jakiro to hold down the one lane, and they've got this potential for like the Earth Spirit either playing with the Darkseer or he picks up an Ion Shell and goes somewhere else. The Earth Spirit has a lot of room where he can influence the lanes. Like if the Pango play too far up in their off lane, Earth Spirit TP's in at level 2, he's got a level 2 Ion Shell on him, that lane just gets wiped out in one rotation. But they go for Lifestealer, so I suppose they're putting the Troll mid, and they are going to have the Lifestealer in the safe lane.
Yeah, but this is very, very rarely a Midas Radiance Lifestealer. I expect the Armlet, I think it's going to play very fast, and they're going to do something similar to what we saw the other day, where just all around this Darkseer, and you constantly have these melee heroes swarming forwards.
This is my favorite strat with Darkseer. It's just the big dumb cores, and you just put Ion Shells on them, and you just surge them in, and you just tell them to go.
Yep.
And it doesn't require a whole lot of finesse, and it's very simple to execute.
Is Dusa not banned?
Not banned.
Well, there you go.
Do you think that's the answer for the Pango?
I think so. You've got a cleanse.
I like the Storm.
All right.
In the absence of lockdown, I like the Storm Spirit.
It's true. I mean, Blitz is going to be happy he gets a game 3 with the Storm included. There isn't much catch, and it's a different concept. I like it. Deuces may be better theoretically as a concept against these heroes, but the way the series has gone so far, you want Iceberg on something active.
Yeah.
There's not much to deal with this hero, and as soon as he gets that second, third item, that reach potential, it's going to be able to sort of counteract a bit of the superior team fight of Keen, but they'll be able to have the reach advantage, hopefully kill a support before the engagement actually starts.
Okay. Final thoughts?
Oh, it's tough. I don't think it's quite as good of a Storm game as the last one. Just a little bit worse. Their Tricore is maybe a tiny bit greedier, and I really think that the Ion Shell strat with the Lifestealer and the Troll is going to win out, so I'm going with Keen.
I'm going with the crowd. Pango.
Okay.
All right. I like it. Split decision here on the panel. We like those, don't we? Yeah, let's head over to our commentary team for game number 3. Hold on to your seats for a right old ride.
It's the classic one-sided game 1 and 2, and now we're going to have a cracker of a game 3 between Pango and Keen Gaming for elimination and who's going to be moving on here at ESL 1 Mumbai. With last pick Storm Spirit Blitz.
I'm not sure how I feel about this Legion pick.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. And I know you always feel like it's not just about the disables for Storm Spirit, it's about whether or not he can burst heroes down. And that is a little difficult with some of these heroes from Keen, right?
Yeah.
They're all relatively tanky.
I'll say that playing Storm, like what counters you is either mass disable or like AoE disable, or just tanky heroes that you can't just burst down, because eventually you run out of mana, right? That's the way that this works. And heals really destroy you too. Like any form of healing really hurts Storm.
And we're definitely going to see that from Old 11. He's going to build Greaves.
He's going to get
Darkseer.
Because the way that it works is you have this, when you zip in, you rely so heavily on your burst damage, and you use the majority of your mana, right, for this. So if you don't burst somebody down, it kind of like forces you to do a lot of more inefficient rolls. Like any Storm knows about this. When you're playing against like 5-man push lineups that can just like sustain, you feel really useless.
Split of the bounty runes this time. Keen will not let that go.
Pick up some bounty runes. Don't do this to yourselves.
They set themselves up a little bit better this time.
Like 2,000 gold in favor of Pango and just bounty runes 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
If you want to win this series, you can't let stuff like that slide.
So we're going to go aggro for Keen, which is going to leave them with the Legion versus Lifestealer matchup, which I don't think is bad for Legion in any one way. Looks like they just want to pressure this Darkseer Earth Spirit as much as possible, not let them get that big advantage they usually do with the presence of a double Ion Shell duo.
Iceberg's actually really good at Storm, like the laning. The way that he does things, like how he sets up for CS, is really smart. I could just talk about this all day. Like in between hits, he's going to drop a Remnant here. He has an overload hit. He'll get a right click off onto the troll, slow it so that it disrupts his range attack.
Oh, but Dark's coming in. He was definitely going to win that man fight, but with the extra support, he's going to have to back away, and Dark's going to make sure he stays zoned until he goes all the way around. Kaka with the double pull coming in.
He's actually forcing him all the way around.
Wow, look at that, Dark. That's a big win.
This is the help Iceberg, or help you beat Iceberg at all costs kind of situation.
And now with the Iron Shell, 11 and Kaka can farm this double wave up. Whoa, you lost control of it. Bring it back, okay.
Take it over. Relax.
How does the Troll Storm matchup go? Do you like it?
I think it's okay for Storm. I think I played against it. It's just fine. There is a point though once he gets like level 4 where the Troll's a little bit annoying because he just keeps whirling axing you.
Yeah.
Like whirling axes is really annoying for Storm to deal with because you're a hero that like until you get BKB or Bloodthorn, you know, you don't have the best ways to deal with it. Like you're an attack-based hero for damage.
You can see Ghostic left in this 1v1. He's doing very well for himself. It's going to be Pango who pick up the first blood, though. They kill the Earth Spirit at that bottom lane. Ghostic is going to be forced back. He won't die, but he does take a lot of damage there.
Surprised that Kaka dies in this lane. 11, though, is picking up some measure of farm. Almost level 3. Almost has his Soul Ring. His bottom rune's going to go to Vampire. He does have shards here, and he's going to make it mid. He's pinging towards it. Iceberg saying maybe we can get a kill here, and Vampire agrees.
It's gonna be hard. With the tag team and a beautiful ice shards, they lock in Yi. Doesn't try and make his way around, instead fights and almost gonna be killing somebody. He's got his percentage chance. He's actually got it. He doesn't die either.
Told you, man. The miss percentage is so annoying for these heroes that rely on the right click. Like Storm, I mean, this is where the majority of his damage comes from. The overload, he wasn't really able to get off consecutive hits and just dies as a result. And that is pretty massive.
Man, Ghostic, like he had the 1v1, and so he went for this 2-0-1 build, does not get a level of his W, his press the attack, which he really needs against open wounds as well as this damage over time from the
I mean, I figured that overwhelming odds would be, especially if you get a one-on-one, the last spell that you want to go for the max in.
Yeah, I agree.
Like even going for like something like 0-1-2 and getting 2 points of the moment of courage so you can trade with the feast.
Yeah,
I think is a better idea.
And now he's just being heavily punished because they keep on zoning him out of that level 4 for as long as possible. Finally, he's going to get it off of this range creep now.
Yeah.
Our Juggernaut and Storm Spirit are top CS right now. There you go. You see it. He just removes the damage that comes out from the Jakiro and fights Old Chicken during that open wounds time instead of trying to run away.
On Iceberg, I mean, he's committing for this rune. He's going to deny it. Does have a level of pull. He's got to be careful here. He's going to get slowed up. The shards actually trapping him.
Oh, no. That wasn't the shards that Vampire wanted.
Oh, that is...
He did shut out the troll, but in the process...
He's just like, sure.
Apparently, Slayer's going to apologize for Vampire.
We take those. We take those. Don't get tilted, man.
Are you not the jovial sort?
3-1, 5-minute bounty runes are coming up.
This matchup is no longer okay.
I feel Ghostic right now. You know, they just keep on running at him, and he's doing okay for himself. Iceberg does not get hit by that rolling boulder, but does get kicked back. He's going to have to run upriver now instead of back to his tower. They're going to try and run around the remnant. It still pops. Kaka is going to stay on top of him here, but Iceberg is actually going to turn around on that support and kill him with the kinetic field here as well. The two supports of the Pango rotate over at just the right time and might be able to get the kill on the Troll as well. Troll knows he's dead. He can't run away. Dark's going to get body blocked in as well. They're going to save Iceberg Iceberg's game here. Might even be able to get the last hit on the kill. The kick comes out from Kaka and it hits all of them, yes, but there's no follow-up there. Double kill for Slayer.
Man, they actually rotated 4 heroes just to make sure. And I like this because I think it was very easy for Iceberg to just get tilted there, but his entire team makes their way forward. It all starts with the fact that they missed the roll. You can see the crowd loves it.
Yeah, you can hear it from them.
I mean, Iceberg, if he knows, like, he's still doing fine in CS.
Yep.
I thought the chase was okay before literally everybody TP'd in to help, though.
Gonna try for Ghostic here. He moves off that open wounds, and removing the slow does mean that Kaka whiffs another roll in. He goes for the kickback on a Ghostic. Ghostic just turns and fights Kaka as best as possible, hoping that Slayer will be able to finish him off, and he does get some recompense here. He's gonna try and go for the pushback there, an old chicken. The glimpse doesn't succeed though, but Iceberg sees his opportunity. He's not level 6 though. If he is level 6, this is guaranteed kills on Dark, and maybe on the 2 of them. Old chicken is gonna use his infest to be able to jump into the creeps. Fortunately, there's Ghostic there with the press the attack to heal up Iceberg a bit. Old Chicken and Dark will be able to survive that big tower dive they just did and a rotation from the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, that was a big one, but he was going to end up going to the jungle anyways because he wants to get his level 6 here, not get pressured.
11 doesn't really want to challenge the Juggernaut in lane.
Nah, you don't really pressure that lane. He's getting a lot of farm though.
Yeah.
He's got a soul ring, he's got a headdress, he's already level 6. He's been put into a very good position here just by passively being able to cut the wave, and that's because the supports haven't been able to stop him when he decides to go for that. The Disruptor, obviously Slayer's playing really well by the way, but he's been forced to move up and down the lanes to just sort of reset the lanes a little bit.
You think that's why they started off that aggro tri-lane and then they did that big pulling? They knew that the Darkseer needed those first couple of levels.
Yeah, I think so. Like, you just have to set him up with his level 2 Ion Shell, then it's really efficient for him to get those trades as IE.
Ghostic being dove here in the top lane, but he turns around with the overwhelming odds and actually fights them, especially with Iceberg TPing in. And again, not quite level 6. The Snowball's going to buy him a little bit of time, but the Troll's still going to be able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, and they get the kill by himself. I mean, you just kind of hear both the supports rotated over. All 3 cores were at top at one point.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a lot of work here. The Storm Spirit has abandoned that lane. The supports are dying somehow against a Troll.
Yeah, well done by Slayer, though, to deny the rune.
Still, the top net worth is that Juggernaut. Not too far behind is the Lifestealer. What a big difference, though, in the net worth of the Troll, who's gotten total free farm and a couple of kills, and this Storm Spirit, who's been forced out of lane. 1,000 net worth difference between the 2 of them. Old 11 does have the surge up. He's going to throw down the wall to slow him down to try and get the illusion. It was a good idea, but unfortunately the RNG wasn't there. The Troll managed to get off his ultimate at just the right time. Iceberg looking at the disable in, and now Vampire's going to be locked down by this Troll. All these CP rotations from both Dark as well as Old Chicken, trying to help him out and get these kills, but they actually don't get anything. Somehow the Tusk gets a nice Ice Shard block. Ghostic has pressed the attack to run away from the Lifestealer.
So I guess the way that works is the duel does not priority keep him there? Because you saw he was dueled, right? And he was running at the... I haven't seen that interaction like that.
That is weird. Old Chicken. Rotation like that, not being able to get a kill, really hurts him because he's trying to finish up that Hand of Midas. And obviously, the timing of that item is crucial.
I think he thought that protecting E's game was more important in that position. Do you think he's going to go for the Radiance? We talked about how good the mischance is going to be against a lot of these heroes. Yeah. But it's not amazing against Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Like, Jug's got Healing Ward plus Spin.
I don't think it's amazing versus Legion Commander either. Because what happens so much is that you have a high damage build, but not a high stat build. And so if you get a Blade Mail duel on him...
I actually think it's okay, because if you were to go for like Armlet Deso, for example, and you had Blade Mail with like 1200 HP on Ghostic, don't you just die? So gonna run in, get a kill here.
Slayer is not gonna be able to make it out.
Dude, Keen is so bad about getting bounty runes.
Yeah, they really are.
I swear to God, Keen. There's no way that this should be it.
900 extra gold for the side of Pango and the root. Ooh, Iceberg.
Give me the root.
It'll be fine. Ye just keeps on pressuring him, knowing he's not going to get the kill, but just trying to take away those bottle charges. Fortunately for Iceberg, Slayer TP'd in and is going to join him for a gank here, filling up his bottle and being able to get the static storm on top of Yi. Yi did have a lot of magic charges, and he is going to be able to pull it back with the glimpse into the duel. That is going to be a dead troll. A snowball coming out, trying to get the extra hero in dark, but he's already well behind his tier 1. Vampire will not die underneath that tower, though. Another very heavy rotation by Pango. This is the second time that they've brought 3 more heroes to help Iceberg in mid.
I think it's the right idea. Your Storm is most likely going to be the hero that wins you the game, right? So you want to make sure that you absolutely secure his game.
That's mine.
Kaka. Difference in these 4 positions when it comes to their levels. Vampire just picked up his level 5. Kaka's been level 6 for a bit. And that's just all those rotations from Pango into that mid lane, right? They're grouping up so much, and while they are getting some kills, they're splitting the experience, while someone like Kaka has just been able to chill out in lane. Smoke up right now from the Troll and the Darkseer. Darkseer's wrapping in to mid, backing up this Troll who's trying to push down this tier 1 tower. They assume that there's going to be a rotation over and potentially an attempted gank or something on Yi, and they can try and fight this. Iceberg's going to be the one to show up, immediately jumps onto the Jakiro, pulls back Old 11 as well with the TP coming in from Ghostic. They really want to be able to slow down Old 11 long enough they can get a dual catch. The glimpse back onto Kaka as he rotated over from bottom, TP'd in into mid.
Oh, that was the wall drop too, just to the vision is Slayer. They're trying to sandwich him here, but he's going to run upwards very smartly. He has a ward there too, is Yi. Gonna guess wrong. He's in fact gonna go to the left, and Slayer is gonna make his way out, no problem.
And he'll just start running back to mid, where he was originally trying to set up for the rest of Pango. He's going to be here again, gets the glimpse the other side of the ice shards for Dark. Iceberg's going to be able to snag that Jakiro. That's going to be a pretty easy kill. Bigger question is whether or not this Lifestealer gets out, as he is now being controlled up at the Static Storm kinetic field, but he's very healthy, and Ghostic doesn't have any real damage right now. He's going to come in with the double damage. Iceberg's a little low, has enough for one good jump, though. The important thing is he's pushed back, allowing this double damage to go to work and take that tower. Ghostic very bravely tries to go in and try and get that deny. Doesn't get it, though. The double damage troll is too hard to beat.
And the good news for the Pango is like Ghostic's purge is so good in this game.
Yeah.
Just constantly refreshing through. It's going to be really useful when his storm jumps in too and he needs to fall right back behind him. And if you notice, by the way, the Lifestealers ended up going for the armlet. Like, he has the armlet queued up, so I guess he is going for the right-click build. Maybe he thinks that Ghostic's game isn't going so well that he can match item timing.
Yeah.
Or that he think he'll be able to out lifesteal through the feast. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's, again, just the... If you have Radiance and Midas, you're right-clicking really hard, but you have no stats to back it up. This build, at least you have the stats, right? At least you're tanky.
And I guess Feast is pretty good for just being able to trade against Blade Mail.
Yeah.
You don't even know if Ghostic will get that item for sure, as, I mean, he's got not that queued up. I think at some point, too, you probably want an Abyssal Blade on your Lifestealer to be able to deal with the Storm. Like, you want one of your cores to be able to catch him down. And being able to do, like, Feast, Basher Bombs, and stuff like that, I think aren't bad.
So what do you build as Troll against Storm Spirit? Like, how do you build this hero?
I think you just go
stat him
statty.
up? Yeah.
Just go real
Just like an
statty.
S and Y sort of build?
And if you can outlast his, like, initial burst in with the Legion Commander, I think you're in a really good spot.
Yeah. Well, right now he's building Vlad's Diffusal. Is his item build.
Radiant's bottom tower is
The rotation from the Juggernaut securing this top lane, who's now got a Battle Fury. So this is a Juggernaut that is going to scale quite well into the late game. It's not one of those very mid-game focused heroes. Or builds, rather. Trying to set up for this 15-minute bounty rune. King Gaming's going to run over, but the Juggernaut's just going to spin on top of the bounty rune and does not manage to grab it. Old Chicken stacks it away from him. Both the Rage as well as the Spin are going to wear out here. They're going to turn with the Healing Ward as well as Iceberg's rotation in. The other side's going to bounce around. Saves on to Old Chicken for a little bit with the damage over time coming out. Nice snowball. They're actually going to be able to finish off with the Infest run away. No, he actually doesn't run away. Old Chicken does pop out. Pops an Armlet toggle. What a beautiful play there as he barely managed to live. Juggernaut tried to turn and right-click him at that time, but he armlet toggle just but at that time he doesn't do it fast enough. Iceberg rolls right over him, kills the Life Stealer, grabs Gear Spear 2. Iceberg feeling ballsy going deep here, but now he just stumbled into an ice bat. What you doing, Iceberg?
That was such a nice zip in to get the last hit on the Life Stealer, who did not anticipate that timing. He was like, oh, I've got plenty of time to armlet toggle off. But then he tried, I think he was just hyped up. He's like, guys, let's go for more. This is not an easy kill for him to go for. The Troll still had mana, was going to easily be able to get Whirling Axes too if he commits there. He has to rely on Ghost Stick being closer. Like right now, Ghost Stick's positioning is great. He's able to purge off every silence, purge off every stun. He's been in the perfect position. He got a nice duel off to isolate off. But his Stormer's just like, he doesn't have Blink. He can't zip in after you.
10-10. Very even game now. As seems like we've had, some small mistakes on both sides, but both teams also did a good job securing their laning phase. Keen maybe doing a little bit better than previously when it comes to those bounty runes. And another smoke up. This is twice now that they smoked with their troll.
Anything is better than what they were doing with the bounty runes, man. It's all an improvement.
That's true. Last time they smoked up into the tier 1 mid, they did manage to get that tower as a result. This time they're going to go for the offlane tower while the Juggernaut was, and they almost got him too. Unfortunately, Kaka was a little bit late, but at the same time that Juggernaut was going to take too much damage from the DD, he couldn't just spin TP out. So eventually he's run down.
Is in fact going back for the Radiance after. So he went for like halfway between what you suggested
Armlet Radiance?
and what I suggested.
Okay.
I think Radiant